Welcome to NinjaNegotiating.com. Here we are again. This is Chris Haskins. I'm going to be your host. We are here, sticky kitchen table negotiating with another homeowner. This particular seller has no mortgage. He wants to sell me his house. We've got a coaching client with us today. We're doing some training on site. We've got our recorder with us, and we're going to go right in and try to negotiate a discount on the buy. So I want to either wholesale this one or buy it for myself. This is a nice house in a good location. All right. So the number one thing is building our rapport, which is getting to know the homeowner and identifying that problem, agitating that problem, and being the solution to the problem. So let's get right into it. Ninja negotiating with homeowners. Here we go.
What kind of class you teach?
Real estate.
On how to do that?
You know what? A lot of my coaching clients, I found out that they're scared to talk to homeowners. I didn't know that. So I'm actually having to implement this so they can actually learn that nobody's going to shoot you in the head, you know? So where are you from?
I'm from here. I mean, I grew up in this house.
Really?
Yeah. And
but you got a lot of nice memories here. Good memories.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any neighborhood, you know, you see them start declining and hopefully they come back, but you know. When I can remember being here, I mean, there was nothing around here, like the houses that are back there. I mean, it was all trees.
Wow. Really?
Everywhere. There was just this road. Mm-hmm. These houses. And just about everybody lived here was in the military. Mm-hmm. Because you got 4 uses right down the road.
Right, yep.
You know, so I mean, it was good like that. The school district was good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like anywhere though. There's always, all it takes is one knucklehead to hose it up for everybody else. But
yeah, right.
There's always one. There's always one.
So,
well, we used to just get to know you for a few minutes, and we'll look at the property. Now, you said you have one brother that's in the state, that's an heir also.
Yeah. He lives in North Carolina.
So you guys stuck with the having to do.
Basically, had to do all the work, and like I said, at first, me and my wife were going to fix the house up.
Yeah.
But it got to where it was between her changing jobs, me really, I mean, because I used to work at the oil refinery, and which closed down.
They did?
Yeah.
Really? In Williamsburg?
No, the one here at Yorktown.
Okay, I don't know that one. I had a friend worked over there, Reginald Dillard.
Yeah, I know Reggie.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys shut down?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know Reggie.
So he's been there forever.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, they closed it down.
Wow.
But
so when did this happen?
This happened last year. They announced it last summer.
I did not know that.
And basically, I'm trying to think when I left there. I left in November. Mm-hmm. November 1st. That's when I started drive up to Hopewell actually.
Really?
Yeah,
that's sad, man.
So
it's terrible.
It's kind of hard to get, to do stuff around the house unless it's going to be on a weekend. And
drive.
And this winter hasn't been that,
It's been rough, hasn't it? It's been a rough winter, man.
We haven't had so much snow in such a long time.
I know, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, that Christmas storm was
unbelievable. And the temperature here is below 20. It's usually not that cold here.
Yeah.
But he's from New York. He's used to this stuff.
When that storm came, we was actually coming from New York.
Oh, really? Hey, y'all be running around in shorts, man.
25 miles an hour.
From 13 or 95?
13.
I've done it
25 miles an hour. From the time we got to Delaware Memorial Bridge, all the way to Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
It was no
That's
joke.
Ugly. That's ugly.
We left at 10 o'clock in the morning and didn't get home to 1 o'clock the next morning. And it was ridiculous. It normally is like a maybe 5.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
And it took us almost 13 hours.
Yeah, that's ugly, man.
It was horrible.
Okay, guys, now I do have one of my current coaching clients at this home appointment, so don't be alarmed when you hear him talking. He's going to be talking back and forth also. But if you listen coming up, I'm going to start twisting the pain a little bit. I'm going to start talking about things that he doesn't want to have to deal with. So pay close attention to that. All right.
It was horrible.
When you fix the houses up, you got to have time, man. You don't want to halfway do it.
Exactly. And that's the thing. So that's why I was like, well, I told my brother, I said, well, why don't we I'll call a couple places, have them come out, see what they'll give us, just see what they'll give us for us the house, just the way it sits, without me having to do anything other than come out here and say, hey, this is the house. We
Right.
did before, you know.
Yeah. There you go. See what's out there, man. Looks like you cleaned it out a little bit. Did you? I'm sure it was some more stuff in here.
Oh God, yeah.
This typical, that age bracket, they usually keep a lot of newspapers, magazines. I mean,
There wasn't that, but Mom had a lot of. It was like she kept every bill she ever paid. I never in my life. I was
Wow.
like,
isn't that weird, man?
what in the hell were you keeping?
It's that age bracket, bro. I see it all the time.
I was like, oh my God.
Where was it at? In the attic or just?
No, it was. I mean, it was just
All over.
all over, basically, you know. And I was like, why did you keep this? I mean, I don't know how many, because I live in York County, and so we're able to burn. So I would just, me and my wife would carry boxes over there and we'd
Wow.
just burn them, you know.
It's funny you said it because I had a friend, his grandmother passed away, and so they was going to sell the house or whatever, and they were just getting pulling out all the memories, and somebody happened to fell into a wall in her bedroom,
It was.
and it was full of money.
Wow.
I was not down no walls.
I mean, he was just, I think he was lifting like one of, like, you know, the old TVs. They were really, really huge, and he kind of fell back, and his elbow hit into the wall. They didn't realize there was a door inside the closet to go there, but he had fell into the wall. He felt a breeze, so he looked in there, and she had literally bags of money. She would just save and save
generation,
and
man.
save. She
They
had
like using
bags. She
banks.
refused to use banks. Because she lived, I think like once you live through the Great Depression, a lot of people lost faith in the banks.
Oh yeah.
And so she refused to use a bank.
Bury it in your backyard or bury it somewhere and just remember where it's at. And,
Yeah.
you know,
They said she
that way
almost-
you always got that much anyway.
Yeah. She said
Used
they
that
said they
much.
found $50,000.
You buried $100, you know, if you buried $100 every month, you had at least that much stash. You just got to remember where you put it.
Yep.
And she's had Alzheimer's, so she was starting to forget everything. $50,000 found in the wall.
Okay, guys, and I forgot to tell you that I'm not even at the house unless I know it's some equity there. So these particular owners, they didn't owe anything on the property. So just a little note there. And coming up, I'm still want to keep dragging out what's going on. What's the situation with the house? We haven't really got to talking about the house, but I want to know what's on the seller's mind regarding his emotional ties to the property. So you can hear, I'm going to start turning the knife a little bit, sticking that knife in and just turning it. Okay. And one last thing, I love it when I go to pre-foreclosure properties where the person is going to be losing their house to the foreclosure. You can turn that knife real easy. You just say, oh man, what about the foreclosure? Aren't you worried about that? Isn't that coming next week? Well, the foreclosure is next week. So I would bring it up as much as I could. But this is not a particular foreclosure case here. This is, I believe this was an estate where they had a parent that passed away. So how long have you been dealing with this house?
A little over a year now.
Wow,
Yeah.
really? Okay. You've been dealing with the insurance and the taxes,
Yeah,
utilities?
the
and all
insurance is
that
paid, taxes are paid, utilities are paid, termite inspections paid, which
Cool.
I just had that done in
stuff? Good,
November, I think it was. Termite and moisture,
good.
somewhere around. It's through Orkin. I think it was
Okay.
in November.
Okay, now coming up, you're going to hear my line where I put a little bit of doubt and fear in the homeowner's mind. Even if it's in a great neighborhood, you want to put some doubt and some question about their property. Okay, here it is. So, wow, to be honest, I'd be scared of somebody vandalizing the place. You're not scared of that stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, I am, but, it seems like most of the people, they do watch out.
Cool.
Like the guy across the street, he actually called me because I didn't have the front porch light on the other night, so.
Good. Well, you got people looking out for you. We had somebody steal a heat pump over the last weekend, so.
Oh, really?
Golly, man. You got good neighbors looking out for you, man. Let's keep them in your pocket, bro. There you go. Bam. You're looking for that one answer. They're always going to say, oh, no, I'm not worried about that. I say, oh, well, you're not worried about vandalism, are you? Oh, no, we're not worried about that. We're never worried about vandalism. I don't know how homeowners, they always lie. But at least you put that doubt, that seed in their mind, so they're gonna think about it more now that you mentioned it. All right, you want to give me a grand tour?
Well, living room, dining room. We can go this way.
Tell me what's under this carpet right here.
Hardwood floor.
How's it look under there?
I can show you. There's in one of the closets.
Oh, okay, cool.
Kitchen.
Still solid. Got the original windows. The wood.
Yeah, the windows are
They took care of it, didn't they, brother?
just single.
What you gonna do with all this stuff, man?
I gotta finish cleaning all that out.
You gonna sell it, or you gonna keep some of the stuff for sentimental stuff?
I don't know, I might keep some of it. Some of them I'll probably just donate.
This is wow, man.
Wow.
Look at this. That's a meat grinder. Or a cheese grinder. I give you that.
Yeah.
Wow, man. I bet you got some serious memories going on in here.
Now here's a porch. We added on.
I saw that from outside. Now, how old is the siding? When did you guys put that in?
Probably 25 to 30 years old.
Okay. Is that
Aluminum.
aluminum? Okay. This is a nice playroom you got here.
I said the back roof was replaced. That's why there's these spots in here. That was actually that, and in the bathroom you can see where the roof had leaked and the plaster had fallen down.
Okay.
And the back roof is newer than the front roof. I want to say the back roof is roughly maybe 10 years old.
Okay.
The front roof is probably 20.
Okay. Didn't look too bad on me.
You know.
The only problem, today's mom, 2 kids, husband, they want new roof. They got.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah, no, I know that. I mean,
When we're selling this stuff, I'm not gonna beat your house up at all. I think they took care of it. They really did.
well, we'll see what you offer. Then I'll know if you're beating it up or not.
No, Robert, we look at about 20 houses a month. I enjoy meeting people.
You know.
So
Well, that's good. I mean, like I said, I look at it this way. If you come in and I don't think it's, if I think it's worth more, then I'm gonna say, well, no thanks. I appreciate you coming out and,
Well, some people we deal with are going into foreclosure, so
Yeah.
we have to kind of do it today.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
in that position,
Yeah.
so. It was a little shaky over there. You know anything about what's going on, or that's just how it is? As you're walking through the house, you're going to be asking questions about little things. Jump up and down on the floors to see if they're bouncy. Just point out small things, but never, ever, ever beat up the house. Never let them think that you don't like it or something needs a lot of work. You want them to think that you love the house. And if it needs a lot of work, you can just say, I always say, that's got a lot of potential. If it's in good shape, hey, this stuff, they've taken care of this house. I really like it. But never, ever say anything negative that's going to make them feel like they don't have a good house.
My dad built this. This has been, it's always had a porch on it. It didn't used to be this big, and it wasn't
Porch was
enclosed.
there. Porch was over there, right? By the door?
No, the porch actually, years ago, it didn't, I think it came to like in this area.
From here or from there?
From there to here, the porch. Because we used to go out the back door there, I do remember that.
Okay.
And then we tore that, I remember my dad tearing that down, and then they built this and made it this much, made it bigger.
Okay.
And that's when they put that sliding glass door in there.
The sliding glass door was built for this? You didn't
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it didn't used to have that there.
Okay. I just had to investigate that.
It's not heated out here. I mean, I know that's,
Okay.
but
That's cool.
it does have central air, central heat.
When was that installed, or how old is that one? Bam, you gotta know how old is it, or when was it installed? All the major systems, electrical, plumbing, roof, siding, windows. How old is that, or when was it last updated? Sometimes you ask them how old it is, and they won't know. But if you ask them when was it last updated, they should typically know. We need to know the age of all the major stuff in the property.
The guy just came and checked it not that long ago. I'm gonna say 10 or 12 years old. I don't remember. He told me, but here's the. I know that has to be redone too. Because most people when they buy a house, say, "Well, how old's that?" Well, I want to,
Today's mom, they want all the.
They want everything new, and they don't want to pay for it. I wholeheartely understand that.
Sound like you've been doing a little research on your own already.
That's a hall closet.
The floors, okay, yeah, they look good.
Yeah, you can actually see them better in this bedroom with the lights a little bit.
Okay.
But that's the smaller bedroom. The smallest bedroom.
Oh, were your parents an archer?
I was.
Oh, really?
Cool,
Yeah.
man.
competitions?
No, you just go
It's a
find
pulley one too. Oh, cool, man. Used to do that stuff when I growing up.
This was, I'm gonna say like the master bedroom, because I know others from the mom's there. But there, you can see the floor is a little bit better in here.
Okay, well, good, man. This place has got a lot of potential. Bam, there it is, guys. This place has got a lot of potential. Pat him on the back. Give him an attaboy. You said it was another small problem with the roof somewhere?
Yeah, it's in this bathroom here. There's a bedroom here. Yeah, it's got an access door for the,
Plumbing.
yeah.
How much?
You don't see that anymore in houses.
I don't know why they're stupid for not doing it, man.
I've noticed that. I mean, like my house, there isn't one. I'm like, well,
Yeah, mine either.
You know.
Come on, rental properties. You got to rip the whole shower out to get to that back wall.
But yeah, you can see she'd actually got that side started to replace.
Mm-hmm. That's real plastic.
Yeah.
That's plaster sheet up there.
So
That looks good. It's at least functional, you know. How's the water pressure? If you can, check the water pressure in the tubs and the faucets just to see if you got another bargaining tool while you're there to get more of a discount on your price. You got it on in here?
yeah.
Not too bad. It's basic. I'm sure just basic upkeep gets the property. Man.
Yeah.
What's that big thing outside? Is that a
Garage
or a
Yeah, we
suite
can go
or
out there.
something?
This way. You want to go out there and look
Yeah.
at it?
Is that a mother-in-law suite upstairs?
It's, no, it's not closed in or nothing.
I think it's
I mean,
huge.
There's no sheetrock on the wall.
Okay.
It's all open. I actually built that.
You built that?
Yeah. 25 years ago, I think.
I'm surprised you don't want to just do the work here? Oh, the time.
I don't have time. Because if I don't go to work, you don't get, much like, you don't get paid.
That is a fact of life, my brother. Did the termite guy crawl under there?
Yeah.
He did. You got it.
I actually was here because I actually make sure to do, I'm not going to do one of them, you're going to drive by, give me a drive by.
Yeah.
Actually was here and
Good.
made sure he did crawl under there.
Did he?
Now, what he done when he was under there, I couldn't tell you because I didn't follow him.
Did he poke and all? You hear it down there?
But I know he did crawl because I was in the house. He crawled all around under there. I do know that.
Just poke around to see if the homeowner has a current termite report. The termite report will let us know if there's any bad wood under the property or any moisture damage. We're looking for another discount. If they don't know, then we'll get our own termite report, which costs about $50. And hopefully we'll be able to get a little discount on that also.
So,
What did he say about the joist? Is everything okay?
yes, as far as I know. I got the sheet. I don't have the sheet with me. See, I thought I did, but I don't.
Use it though, to at least tell you if you got a couple of joist pads.
But all these bricks, they were actually scattered throughout the yard.
For what?
And my mom had them lining all over the damn flower bed.
Oh,
And out here, the majority of the brick used to be out here like a brick patio. And me and my wife said we were going to do the work, so we dug them up.
Wow.
And just relay them. And
Never got to it?
never got to it.
This stuff takes time, brother.
That's right. And then her rocks that she had all over in her flower bed.
Oh. You pulled up all that stuff, man?
Yeah.
You're a good son to do that stuff.
Well, I mean, I couldn't sell it with the stuff in the yard, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess I don't know how you guys do houses, but.
Oh, it was just scattered out there?
Yeah, in her flower bed, you might have a rock here, for whatever,
Yeah. Now we're going into his garage, and if you could just picture this monstrosity of a building, it's like 2 stories tall, 2-car garage. The garage doors are just dingy and falling off. It's green. The siding is peeling. The paint's coming off. The roof is old. Shingles are just tearing off. And it's just huge. It's got to be at least, I'd say, a garage now. Like a 1,500 square foot garage. A detached garage. And this is his pride and joy. He built this with his father or his brother, and you got to make sure you make him feel good. This is a big boy. It's got electrical and plumbing?
No, just electric. The lights up there, I think the lamps are out of the fixtures up there.
What did you guys do in here?
I didn't do nothing upstairs, but I figured, what the hell, I'm building a garage, I might as well make it 2 stories.
This is unreal.
Somehow, I was actually thinking when I in and making it a room.
Next, we're going to start asking him about the repairs. Has he done any homework? What does he know about how much this stuff costs? Does he have any idea in his mind about prices of construction?
Did you have an estimation of what it would take to get the house in A+ shape?
No, but if I had to guess, I don't know, maybe 30,000. I don't know.
Sound like you got some. You've been doing a little research. What was this?
There used to be a shed. That was my dad's shed, and it had basically got to where the roof had caved in. So then me and my wife came over and just tore it down. And I was actually going to jackhammer this up.
What was this?
This used to be the patio out in front of the shed. It used to have
Overhang.
like an awning over it, you know.
So what type of roof is on that?
The back, that's a rubber roof.
Okay. Never seen one before. What you think we would just go over it? Go over it with the flower? I mean, with the shingles?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, we'll leave that for the construction guys. Did you want to do anything to it, or just as is?
As is.
What bulb?
Give you enough money.
That's always the thing. Isn't it? Hey man.
I know a few of the houses have sold, and they were in a lot better shape than this. You know. They were in, I'm going to say, in prime shape, for realtors.
Hey, we say A+, yeah.
You know, and I think they got like the one down right around the corner here. I forgot what number it is. A couple of houses down on the right. I think they got like 150 or something for it, roughly. And I think the most expensive one that sold, but that's been a few years ago, that was the one right over there.
The blue one there?
Yeah, now they actually have a piece added on like this, but it's totally enclosed.
I see it in the back. Is that it right there in the back?
Heated plumbing and everything. And I think that went for, I want to say 160, 180 in that area. I don't really remember.
Looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, looks nice. You got some lot of windows back here too, brother.
Now I'm going to start turning the knife a little bit on the property, on the exterior and the windows.
They put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 windows just on the back wall.
You want to see everything.
So I turned the knife on them. Now I still need to soften the blow by making them feel good about the house.
This is a nice piece of land you got here. I don't think this is a flood zone, is it? How about your neighbors? How are they? I know you said you got the one across the street that watches out for you.
Yeah, I mean, they all see, the guy that actually lives in that house there. He was asking, if they were going to sell it or rent it or whatever, right after my mom died.
Every neighbor is a real estate investor, and they always want to try to tell you that the neighbors want to buy the house, so just don't even pay that any attention.
I think he's more interested. He works on cars like he's more interested in the garage.
Oh, yeah? Shit, maybe you can rent it to him.
Yeah, then I got to deal with all this. I don't want to deal with it.
Done with it. Does he have a lot of cars over here from time to time?
We want this guy to start thinking, well, man, maybe I do have more of a problem on my hands than I thought. If my next door, now this house, the next door neighbor was an avid car mechanic. He had 5 or 6 cars in the backyard just when we were there, and when we were leaving, he actually had some cars in the front yard on the street that he was working on. So we want this guy, our homeowner to feel like he's got more of a problem on his hands than he really thought. So we're going to keep asking him about those cars.
No, that's just about it.
Sell it. Neighbor, a lot of cars.
And I think he works on for friends of his or whatever.
Okay. So we need windows, roof. Did you paint this siding or what? Looks like it may get have a coat of paint on it.
Do what?
Did you paint this or what?
Yeah, that's
This is
that's not aluminum siding.
That's the asbestos here.
Yeah, that's the only wall that's left with that on there, as far as I know.
Okay, so this has the asbestos. This is the I don't know what it's called, man.
That lapboard siding, Yeah.
I don't even know why they sold this stuff back then. Should be illegal. And the front is aluminum.
Yeah, the front and the side.
Okay, you got it wrapped too. Yeah, man. They wrapped that. The water wouldn't eat it up.
Okay, next you're going to hear where I'm going to bring him down to earth. I'm going to let him know how the market is trending to more expensive and extensive repairs and upgrades, which he can actually do his own research and find out about that too.
Yeah, before we were putting about low 30s in them. Now we're having to do a little bit more because buyers are so damn picky. We're having to do granite, stainless steel appliances, ceramic tile, just because the competition. You know, I don't know. Did you look at anything else that's on the market?
No, not really.
We're having to put. I think Robert, you're absolutely right. We were doing low 30s about a year ago. We've had to kind of go high end on every single house because you know we have to move them. We can't sit on them for a year.
Oh yeah, no, you know.
The standards change.
Yeah, standards change. These moms today, they want a bar, they want the granite, new cabinets, you know, the whole one.
Yeah.
We might be able to keep these hardwood floors, you're thinking?
I mean, I know they need to be,
Sanded.
Yeah, they'd have to be sanded and, you know.
But you're thinking that they are salvageable, right?
Yeah. Like my mom she always used to buff them and, you know, wax them and buff them. That was back years ago when you had to do that.
Old school.
And it was just, there was just varnish on them.
That kind of maintenance is not just taken into consideration anymore.
And I'm sure there's spots on them, you know, where the kids or whatever, somebody
Wear and
else
tear.
spilled something, you know,
Yeah.
whatever.
Where's your electrical panel? I saw the one in the garage.
We need to make sure we address all major systems. Plumbing, central heating and air, and electrical need to be addressed before you leave the house.
200 amps. There's 100 amps for the garage.
Okay, it's 100. That's a nice box. That didn't come with. Did you upgrade that? Oh, okay. I was gonna say that.
They used to have
No way. Yeah, no way did that come with that. That's a nice job, brother.
You guys don't remember that.
Nah, I've seen a million
I
of
haven't
them.
seen them.
Yeah, we haven't installed them. That's a nice box, man. You did a good job with that. So, but the outlets are not grounded, right? They're just
No, I think there's a couple that might be like I think I added that one.
okay.
But I think,
That is
I think all of them are just regular 2-wire.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now, this house had a new electrical upgrade, but it had old wiring, so it was 2-prong outlets in there. So you want to point that out, but you don't want to beat him up, make him feel bad about it. So you got to kind of bring it back, bring the conversation back to something pleasant after you hit him with a sting.
Yeah, this house has a lot of potential. We'd probably do a little bar here, you know, and then have this down a little bit.
I know the one the outlet behind the refrigerator is grounded. So when I did that, we had to do that for that.
All right.
So I do know that.
So what, you're gonna clean everything out, or what are you thinking? Just take the stuff you want and leave the rest, or?
I mean, what do you guys? I mean, I don't know. Tell me what you guys usually do. I mean,
To be honest with you, we try to make it easy for you as possible. If it's something where you want to just go through what you want.
I mean, do people leave? A lot
Some
of
people
stuff
leave
there?
everything.
Really? That's why I don't know. You're asking me a question I can't answer.
You really be surprised. People just leave
They'll leave
a
everything.
lot. Furniture.
And then they'll tell me they're going to take some stuff and still leave it all. Because at the end of the day, when it's coming down to closing time, you got all this stuff.
I mean, it's like that brick. I mean, I don't know if you guys would want them. I would leave them.
That, yeah.
I mean, otherwise,
That'd be-
I'm gonna just throw them in a truck and throw them away.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
I don't know what we would use those for.
you know.
Huh, that's a good question. He feels like it's working pretty good, though. I mean, Robert, we can just, whatever you want to leave, we can just put it in. We're gonna just put it in a dumpster. You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect your family stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I understand that. No, I understand that. No, I mean, you know, like those boxes that are out there. I mean, my wife's got a whole. I mean, all I was gonna do is haul a lot of it, just like the DAV, and just donate
some stuff.
And that's that's probably what I'm doing with all these dishes in there.
That'd be better, have donated, because we ain't gonna take that. Yeah, we're gonna just.
Yeah. But like I said, I mean, like the brick out there. I mean, I have no idea. I wouldn't think anybody would just sell a house and leave every damn thing in it.
What? I wish I could get the guys to take some of this stuff out. Last house we bought had about 50 bags of newspapers.
Really?
Yeah. That stuff adds up fast because it's real paper. It's packed tight.
But no, I mean, I would basically take everything out, like I said, unless it was something like that, you know, you said, well, no, leave that, you know, we'll do something with it. You know?
Okay, whatever you want to leave, we'll just throw it in the dumpster. No big deal.
You might leave that pool table out there, then, so I don't have to wrestle with
I
it.
saw that out there. Can it be refinished?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. It would just be a matter of, you know, taking
Reupholstered
it
or
apart.
something?
Yeah, taking it apart and
Looks like
redoing
it's kind of old.
and putting new felt down on top of it.
Man, I don't know what the hell I would do with that.
My youth, I have not yet to see.
What?
I know that shows how young I am, but I haven't seen it in a while.
What?
You know, the little glass tray.
Oh yeah, that's grandma. Right there.
Yeah, that's really old school.
That's definitely grandma. Well, I like it. Robert, do you guys have a time frame that you wanted to get it done? Next week or next month or summertime?
Okay, now we're getting into trying to close him down to see where his head is regarding when he wants to do the deal and how urgent the deal is to him. Now, we ask him, hey, when do you want to do this? When do you want to have this all wrapped out? Next week, end of the month, by the summertime, wintertime? I always throw out whatever the next season is, so it will get them thinking, oh, heck no, I need this deal done now. Or they'll say, yeah, you know, wintertime, next summer, it's no big rush. So that will give me a gauge to where I need to make my offer and when I need to have it closed.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, I know. If you guys were to buy it, I know you guys would like to buy it, get everything taken care of, so you can get it on the market as soon as possible. Which is fine.
Springtime.
Yeah, you know, which is fine with me. You know,
Spring, yeah.
you know. I mean, if you offer me what I feel is a good figure, and like I said, I just have to call my brother and say, hey, this is what it is. What do you want to do? You know, because like I said, we both own it, so it's not like, you know, I don't want to step on his toes. You
Absolutely.
know. And
Good.
if he's happy with it, then I'll just say, okay, hey, house is yours. Just let me get, like I said, you know,
A couple weeks.
like that, you know.
Cool.
And, but,
Yeah,
I mean,
that
like I
could be,
said,
I like that. That's nice, bro. You're gonna keep that, right?
yeah,
Please keep that.
that's actually my brother.
Really?
yeah.
This is really nice.
So, like I said, I know I said how long it takes me to get the rest of the junk out of here.
Okay.
You know.
At least a few weeks, right? I mean,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
just so I can, when I talk to corporate, I know exactly what we're dealing with. And
Now, while I'm wrapping up, I want to make sure that I'm bringing to his attention little small things that I see to make sure that he knows that I know that I saw them, that they've been seen.
I see just, do you think this is just settling cracks in the ceiling?
I think so. I mean,
40 years. I saw it was built, I think, 1960.
probably
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
You guys are the only owners, right?
Yeah.
Good, yeah, we only saw the title transfer once.
Yeah.
It's got to be just settling. I didn't see anything else in the back. Did you see anything? Yeah. Looks like the bones are good, Robert.
So,
How about the attic? Is it full of stuff too?
no.
You get all it out?
The access is in that utility room. Turn left.
Oh, okay. I thought that was. Is this the return?
That's returning.
All right. Okay, that's a nice
It doesn't
thing.
have a stairway, otherwise I'd let you know.
Yeah, that's fine. No big deal.
I mean, you want the big guy here to throw you up there.
How about the electrical for the dryer? I see.
There is not one.
Okay, so we have to put that in. But we have space though. Maybe we can
Yeah,
put it
my
right
mom
in.
never believed in a dryer.
That
She was
generation.
out.
Generation, man. Yeah, my
Hang
mother
out.
doesn't use it either. They just don't use it. I don't know why. I think it messes your clothes up. Just like my mom.
When did he grind it quick and shrink it?
She used a clothes hanger. She used to hang the clothes outside to dry.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm building something that we have a common denominator with our mothers. Neither one of our mothers used a dryer. So that's going to make we have something we share in common. And next you're going to see, I'm going to ask him, what's the ballpark number? Where is your head at regarding the price? I need to know kind of what he's thinking before we even start talking about the numbers.
You got a ballpark number in mind that make you guys happy?
$100,000. Well, you said make me happy.
That would make you happy. Well, let me rephrase that.
Well, let me ask you this. If I give you a figure, okay,
Okay.
you're not going to just say no and that's going to be the end of it.
Well, I'm
Or-
going to give you an
or-
offer.
or-
Whether you give me, I'm going to give you an
Oh,
offer.
okay.
Corporate's going to give me an offer.
I mean, I would, like I said, I don't know. I know what the taxes are, what the taxes are. I think they're like 160 or something.
Yeah. You know,
I mean,
you know your stuff.
I'd be happy, say 80,000 in
Okay.
that area,
Okay, cool.
you know.
That sounds close. I'm gonna call corporate and then see what we can give you. I don't want to waste your time though. You know, you've been very upfront with me. And I appreciate that. You know, trying to BS me.
I'm trying to be.
You've been upfront with me. You know, a lot of people think I'm kind of just still. You can always say no. You know, so. I saw the heat pump looked a little. Probably just go and replace that. You thinking?
Now, I saved this one for last, the heat pump, because we saw it when we walked outside. So before I give him my offer, I want to make sure that his brain is kind of saying, well, wow, you know, maybe my house really isn't worth what I thought it was because of all the work that it needs. So we're going to get into the heat pump for a few seconds.
Probably so. I mean, you know.
It feels good in here, but you know, people when they see that, they're just
Oh, but actually that's coming up. But my mom had a, we call it service agreement with, I think it was Tidewater Service and Air or whatever, and they would come out twice a year, check it, and you know.
make sure service it.
Yeah, so yeah, and you know, so I know. I mean, it's got age on it, but I know it works. But at the same time, I know people are like, well, that thing's 10 years old. I want new.
Everybody wants new. They want new everything, Robert.
You know.
New everything. The other guy wanted me to put a drain in his yard. We're trying to sell his house. He wanted to put a drain in the yard to make sure the water was running right. So, all right, man. Anything else?
No, that.
Always, always, always ask, well, you know, anything else? Did I forget anything?
That's it.
I can't believe Reggie D. I never knew that thing shut down. That's a good friend of mine. He never even mentioned it to me. But I have been seeing him. You know, he does the sound stuff too. With his sound.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he does. So he does like engineering. That's how I met him. But I knew he worked at an oil refinery, but I thought it was in Williamsburg.
No, it's in
Yorktown. Okay. Hadn't he been there forever though?
Yeah,
I thought
he's been there.
Here I am once again trying to pull that common denominator out of him so I can say, hey, we have something in common. Our mothers didn't like to use a dryer. We knew a friend, Reginald Dillard, used to work at the same job as he did.
First time I went there was in the 1990.
He was there before that, right?
And I think he was there. I think he had got there just before then.
Okay.
Or right around that time frame. So,
20 years, yeah. Man.
So,
I'm gonna just peek back here one more time. Is that okay?
yeah.
So your return is the vent, is the filter here or the?
Yeah.
Okay. Robert, you think there's room to add a bathroom somewhere? I know we got that in the back.
This was a one bathroom house, so we need for our seller to know, hey, you're at a disadvantage because all the new buyers now want 2 bathroom houses, and get them thinking, hey, you think we could put a bathroom in here? If not, that's going to give me another check mark on my list that I can maybe offer him less on the price.
If we got to put another bathroom somewhere, maybe we could just come off the end there.
I have no idea. I know people want 2 baths or at least a bath and a half.
You know what? We got a bath and a half been sitting for about 4 months, but the 2 bathrooms seem like they sell. The 1 bath, we had one sitting since April. We just got a contract on that one recently.
Yeah.
For some reason, everybody wants 2 baths. It's gotta be a way to slide one in there.
Now here I'm just looking around the house trying to see if I can put another bathroom in there somewhere, and just to get my homeowner thinking that it's going to be tough to do.
What do you think, Anthony?
Take advantage of a half bath. I don't know about in this area. Man, do what you did with Salem. I tell you, as time go by, people start seeing little things change. They start accepting this as the norm, and they start doing it, and they start expecting more.
Yep.
It's amazing.
This is a nice block. I haven't heard too many cars even drive by since we've been
It's
here.
quiet a lot.
Oh yeah, it is quiet. I'll say that.
Yeah.
What do you think about this space here?
It used to be even less than that because when I was growing up here, the
Trees would.
well, it dead ended, and now it goes all the way through and goes
Oh,
around
yeah, to the left. Those are
it
newer
goes-
houses,
Yeah,
right?
it goes over to Ashton Green and that.
I saw that.
So that wasn't there. It used to just go down to a circle, and that was it. It dead ended.
So then they just started building to the left there.
Started building. They built all the way up to the railroad tracks, which I never bought a house down that way because the railroad tracks run right down there.
Right.
I mean, up here you don't hear, but I mean, it's supposed to build houses this stuff anymore. It's, you know.
This one has a better sized land than those new ones back there.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
kind of crunch together. Maybe we put a bathroom in here, man.
Yeah.
This would be the
Thank
hall
you.
bath, and then we can make that the master. If we did that, we close this door in, right?
Walls out.
Let me get my tape measure real quick.
So on this deal, I actually took out the tape measure and started measuring where we could put a bath, just so the seller would know that I'm serious about what we're doing and making him an official offer. I'm going to omit a little bit of this measuring because the homeowner wasn't even back there to see it. But I would let him know, and I would actually try to let him see what I'm doing so he'll know that we are trying to actually put a bathroom in there.
Look at tape measure. I think I saw one. Can we just... Did I see one in there?
There might be one here. Let me see what these.
I think, yeah, Jehovah's Witness. What'd they say? Jehovah's Witness?
Watchtower, whichever ones.
Is it the same, kind of the same thing?
Yeah.
Right there. Oh. This is only 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably with no closet space.
Right.
These houses, for some reason, in the 50s, William. That's just how they built them. That's just how they came. Let's measure this one. This seems to be like the biggest one.
Yeah.
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 Huh. How can we do this?
What's the square foot?
It's 11 something with this,
Yeah.
but I don't know what it is with that.
Yeah, it's 11. I don't remember.
Is that including the thing back there?
No, I don't think, no.
That's at least 200.
Because it's not,
Code, you didn't get the permits or whatever?
yeah, there's permits on it, but it's not heated or nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Heated 11
Yeah.
square footage, yeah. Okay. A ballpark offer, that's okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to do this one. I like it. Was this leaking here at all there, you thinking?
No.
It looks like they patched it.
I think it was much like, well, like this one right here. I think it's just from age, you know.
Well, they may have, it seems like they patched it. They tried to do something there. Oh, you're saying that's probably from age 2?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No problem. Okay, I'll talk to you in a few minutes.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Now I'm crunching my numbers. I'm getting ready to kind of present my offer to him. This particular house, I thought it was worth 150 to 160, needed 40 in work. And I was going to wholesale this deal here, so I wanted to pull 10 out of it. So I took 65% of 150 minus repairs and then minus my fee. And that's kind of where I got my offer from, in the 50s.
Hey, Robert.
Sir.
Would you mind if I just be honest with you as bluntly as possible, whether you like it or not?
Hey, I mean, I called you out here.
What's going on with the guy next door? Does he work on cars in the front yard every day?
I honestly couldn't say because I don't.
You're not here every day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't come over here every day.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, he's nice. He's a nice guy.
Seems like a nice guy.
I mean, you know, I know that's not, you know, a great selling point. I understand that, but
Just wanted to know what you thought about his activity. That's all. Did you know if has he been here when you come every time?
no,
Okay.
no.
I want to keep that knife turning. I got that guy next door working on a car as I'm going to make an offer on his property. The guy has 2 cars out front that he's working on.
There's that tape measure. I knew I saw one.
I see that you went outside. But
All right.
I know on weekends, a lot of times when I come over,
Weekends, maybe so.
he's there.
Okay.
I mean, I do come by during the week. I mean, I'm coming from Richmond, so it's usually about
Evening time.
4:30, 5 o'clock. I haven't seen him working on vehicles, you know.
Okay.
When you do come, do you generally see cars just sitting in the back of the house? Or once a day, like a phenomenon?
There's more now than there was a while back. I will say that
Really?
because I know he had. Let me look out there. I just
Three, four of them now.
It's 3 now.
Actually, where that truck is sitting, there used to be a red car, and I know
Really?
it's not there now.
Okay.
But that's why I wanted to look. But
Oh. Well, whether you sell it on the market or we sell it, it's just a factor. That's all.
this is true.
You're not trying to beat you up.
Wholeheartedly understand that.
One other question: Do you know the people that live in that one across to the left?
Right over there. Yeah. You mean the one with all the stuff in it?
All the stuff in it, man.
It's been there for. Let me tell you.
They got a brand new roof on the house.
Trying to think.
Now I'm still turning the knife. I stuck at it. I'm turning it. I want him to know that I know that the neighborhood isn't the best neighborhood. It is a good neighborhood. But we've got a house next door, the guy working on the cars, and then we've got a house across the street that just looks terrible. It's debris and kids' toys and a play set all in the front yard. The yard is not kept. The house has bad windows, and it just looks, it's a serious eyesore for any homeowner.
That house, actually, it looks good now.
Wow.
Yeah, it used to be worse than that.
Okay, so it's better now.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if they, the individuals that own it, they're much like my parents were. They're up in age and everything, and now they have one. I think one of their daughters is living there. So it had got like it had got worse, and then now it's Granted, it don't look the best. I wholeheartedly know that.
Yeah, we just kind of we want to know what we're getting. I love the house. That house is great.
So, but yeah, no, I know that's not the most attractive thing.
It's the eye candy. It's like wasn't the attraction. Look at something.
Yes.
Some about the features. Just
Yeah.
We've had people just homeowners come up, but they won't even come inside the house if they don't feel comfortable outside. So.
No, like him. I know he's always working on cars. He's put my trash, because in Newport News, if you don't put your trash can away, they want to fine you.
Yeah.
He's rolled it to the back.
Right.
Good neighbors.
Like I said, other he does work on cars, but hey, if he had a garage, you probably wouldn't sit. You know what I'm saying? But
that's
with the back.
It was a garage, but it's always the appearance.
Yeah.
Does he? We're thinking about putting siding on that garage and doing a roof on that too. I guess. What are you thinking? Paint the siding here? Are you thinking, or
What, in the front?
Yeah.
Now on this deal here, I wanted to remind the homeowner that not only do we have a $40,000 house job, but we've also got this monstrosity of a garage that's 1,500 square feet or more out back that needs siding, roof, windows, and I don't know what else it needs. So that's going to be an additional expense that we're going to have to look at when we're making our offer, and I want him to know that also.
And the most cost effective, because if we had to put the siding on that one,
It'd be hard to get something to match. This is true.
yeah. Well, I'm thinking we'll probably just do siding on, but we usually do the yellow siding, but and the garage doors, those are the original on
Yes.
that? Okay, cool.
I know they would have to be replaced because they're old wooden ones.
Yeah, it looks, I really like the property, Robert. I don't want to waste your time with corporate. We're right in the mid-50s, so I don't want to beat you up.
Yeah, I can't go down low.
Yeah.
Bam. So I just made my proposal. Now he can either take it or leave it, or we can go back and forth. But he knows where I'm at. He knows where I stand. And now we're going to kind of go, we kind of play the slow dance, and we'll see what he says. But he knows where we are with the offer. He knows that I know the house is going to take quite a few dollars to get up to A+ standards. So we made our offer, and now it's up to him.
How much you thinking? 30 grand you think get you out of here?
I would hope.
What we wanted to, I'm trying to think if we could save the siding on that garage. It's wood. Is it wood siding, or it seemed like it was kind of peeling a little bit? Not
It
much.
is wood. It's, the T111.
Okay. Well, did you want to do anything to that garage?
This is where I give the homeowner an opportunity for me to pay him more money for his house. Yes, I do want to pay more money. Would you like to? I will pay more money if you would like to do some more work. So there's a trade-off here. I want to say, hey, listen, I will raise my price if you do a little bit of work, which I know he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't have the time. But you have to at least throw it out there to get him thinking, maybe I will take a lower price because I do understand it's going to take a lot of work to get this house right.
What do you mean?
Would you want to do the side and the roof to it?
Not really.
No, okay. Well, we're just trying to take that in consideration with our offer. We don't want to.
Yeah.
House, maybe if we were to squeeze 30 in it for the house, we still have to end up doing that garage too, with the run the windows, roof, and the siding on that too. But yeah, if you want to just keep us in mind,
All right,
we're
yeah.
happy to pick it up. I like this house a lot.
All right.
All right.
I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, brother. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you,
I
Rob.
appreciate it. All right.
Good luck.
You thought about calling a realtor, maybe?
That's probably gonna be my next step, and just see, say, hey, as is, somebody wants to buy it that doesn't mind working on a house, or
Yeah.
has that time to, then,
There you go. Stick up on the real. And the real estate, just wait for an offer to come in.
so.
But it is an option because we are buyers, so they're going to look for a buyer for you.
Yeah.
The agent. Okay.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
All right, so we're finishing up with this particular owner here. He didn't take my offer, but I'm going to follow up with him every few weeks to see what happens, because things change with time and circumstance with our sellers. You never know what's going to happen. But I love using that one. Just wait it out. Can you just wait it out to see when the market's going to turn around? So get out there and negotiate a great deal. Use those secrets that you just heard. Turn that knife, agitate those problems, identify those problems, build your rapport, and you're going to get a deal, guys. It's just a numbers game. All right, this is Chris Haskins signing off for Ninja Negotiating. Peace.